Hello everybody, this is Enrique Diaz and today we are going to show you how to request info to users with WPF Interactive. Now let's see the prerequisites for this development. You need UiPath Studio basic knowledge, you'll need also basic HTML and JavaScript knowledge, and of course, and as usual, willing to learn new things. So let's go. First thing first, let's create a project inside UiPath Studio. Let's call it, for example, input form example. And then we add some kind of description that we think that can fit in this development for further reference. Okay, now we click in create button and everything goes in place. Now let's go to the manage packages and let's find out in the connect feed the WPF interactive package. You need to click on it and then you need to click on install and save. With this, you are adding to your project the WPF interactive package, as easy as this. Okay, let's find out in the activities panel the UiPath WPF interactive package. Here you can see some different activities. Today we are going to use the first one, the form HTML presenter show, and let's drag and drop it into the main workflow of this example. Here it is. As you can see, there are lots of options. All of them are sorted by numbers and it's really easy to understand. Well, now let's go to see our form. This is our form. This is an HTML simple form with JavaScript validations. As you can see, if I mistype a number and it's waiting for numbers only, the form is telling you that there is a failure. And if you type the good numbers are okay. In the case of having blanks, also it will fail. And let's see also the code behind, because I want to show you how this works behind. This code, this is the HTML code of the form that I've showed you, okay? And we have a JavaScript validate form function. Let's go there, which is the one that is in charge of validate this form. With this method and the error div, we are going to use the form in the UiPath Studio also from the activities side. Let's go to the studio again and let me show you that we have a property called error div ID. It must have the ID of the error div, as you can see here. Okay, this is the error div ID, which is just error. And also it has the validation method, which is validate form, and here it is also. Okay, cool. So first things first, we need to add into our project the full folder of the HTML development because it can contain some other references. So let's open the project with copied in memory the HTML folder, and here it is. Okay, why here? Because it's easier to find out everything, and when you make a package, it will be deployed with that. Here is the input form, and let's type the source. The source in this case is the own folder, which is environment.currentDirectory, then /input, and last but not least, the name of the HTML, which is inputform.html. So you need to type the full path, but this way it will be changed if the folder changes also using the environment current directory. You can use an error message also. You can put it here as you prefer. You can set the height and the width of the window. This is important. And also the title, the font family, the font size. There are lots of options. If you change customer search, for example, then you can see it. Other things that you can find out here is, as I've told you, display in taskbar, which is going to show or not the icon, the height, the font size. But here, for example, you can choose where to put the form at the very first time. Okay, You have different options there, the title, the width, etc., the error, again, also the error message that is going to be displayed in the form, and on and on and on. Here the output will be the outputted information. We need to add a new variable here that it's the return values, and also you have the window ID, which is not necessary in this case, in this example. Cool. Now let's fetch the information that comes into the return values variable. How to do this? We need a for each to go for each element that the form returns, and here you must add the keys of the return values. Okay. Now let's select a type, the type string of the type argument. Let's go here. Okay. Let's select the string, and let's choose the keys only, okay, because we want to iterate in the keys just to fetch the information. The item is going to be renamed for key, but this is just as example, okay. And now let's put an if inside. Now let's put in the condition the key dot starts with, and then cliente or customer depends on the HTML. Let's go to the HTML and let's be sure that the cliente is the word. But as far as I can see, it's not the case because it's not cliente, it's customer in the input IDs. So let's use customer as reference, start with customer, and it will fetch only the input that starts with customer into their IDs. So let's change it. And in the then part, let's write a line to see the results. That's it. So the result must be the return values with the key as parameter. So this will solve the number that I've typed into the input form. That's it. So now let's run it. Let's close everything first. Let's go to Studio and run it. And let's see the results. As easy as this. First, the customer search will appear, and I can type numbers, as you can see here. I can type whatever I want, but if I want to click on OK, I will receive the message that it's in the window inside the form, and also the message in the form in the lower part that I put in the activity directly. So now if I click on OK, I can see in the output the two numbers that I've provided.